Time is running out, so you better make the most of it. Guys, welcome back to another episode. This is Pastor Tito here, and we are talking about time management, which is something that, it was a big deal for me. It's a big deal for all of us, all right? And it's something we do need to understand because you know what? We all have something in common. Regardless of what you look like, act like, vote like, think like, all right, whatever. We all have something in common, and that is this. Time works the same way for me that it does for you. Time works the same way, all right? The time that I have right now, I'm never gonna get back. Same as you. This moment that you are living in right now is now gone. You can't get that moment again, or this one, right? It just keeps going. Time treats us all the same way. And so we need to understand, all right, how we can make the most of the time that we have. Because look, I don't know about you, but I just don't want to just live my life and just have a good time. I don't want to have a good time, all right? I want to make a difference. I want to make sure my time in the end made a difference in someone's life in who knows, all right? I'm not living for the weekend, all right? I'm not living for vacations. If that's you, if you're just living for the weekend, living for vacations, I feel bad for you. I do, because you are called to live for more than that. All right? You're called to live for every single day, have a reason. Every single day have something to move you, lead you towards. And for me, I believe, the best thing for me is my God. Like God gives us, and in Him we have a mission that is bigger than anything. And we have something to live for each and every day. But here's the thing though, it's easy for you and I to waste time. And so we got to make sure that we can take advantage, all right? Take advantage of ourselves, take advantage of the time. And there's two verses I want to share with you real quick. First one is found in Psalms 90 verse 12. It says this. This is a prayer. It says, "Teach us to number our days that we may get a heart of wisdom." I love that. That's a prayer you and I should pray. All right? God, help me to count my days. Help me to understand. Help me to know how I can max out my time. Count my days so that I may have a heart of wisdom. In fact, that's already being wise right there. Understanding that, listen, time is ticking down. We don't know how much time we have left. I don't know if I would want to know. Would you want to know when the day you were going to die? I mean, some of you might like to know that, right? Some of you, that's too much stress. But at the same time, because we don't know, we should make sure that we are making each day count. All right, when he's saying, help us to number the days so that we can have a heart of wisdom, really it's a prayer saying, God, I want today to count. Help me right now to make today count. And maybe if I went to bed and you know what, I didn't have the best day, or I missed opportunities, or I made faults, well, help me to make now this moment count, to make something right, to ask for forgiveness, do something, I don't know. But that's a wise way to live, because listen, time, the older you get, it flies by. And you don't want to be that kind of person just kind of sitting on their rocking chair, just kind of like wondering and reflecting like, where did the time go? And you realize that you put all your time and effort into something that in the end produced nothing of value. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for you. So we need to make sure we make every single day count. Now, I love Paul, what he talks about in Ephesians 5:15 and 17. He says, look carefully, he's talking to Christians, look carefully then how you walk, not as the unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. See, what is the wisdom here? Well, in the Bible, God constantly talks about that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. Like understanding, if you want to make today count, it's making sure that you are putting your trust and your confidence in getting to know who this God is. All right. And when he says here, be careful because the days are evil, meaning, listen, don't be caught slipping, right? As you're living your life, don't be caught slipping. You can totally find a way to be, lied to or manipulated by the enemy, whatever way. So we need to living wise is looking towards God. Looking towards who he is, saying, God, I want your will to be done. Prioritizing the will of God over your ways. If you want your life on earth to count, that's the way to live. It's learning to be led by God. If you want your life to count in any kind of way, that's the way you do it. And you got to recognize that, maximize the time. It says make the best use of your time. That's what Paul says. We got to be careful because, again, the days are evil, meaning, listen, there's a lot of people out there doing what's wrong. there's a lot of people out there that are messing up. I mean, really out there. I mean, hey, I mess up too, but there's some people out there who are like really jacking it up for everybody. Well, that means if they are taking the opportunities that they have to do wrong, we need to take the opportunities, our opportunities, to do what is best, to do what is right. Even if we disagree with what is best, we all agree that we all want better. And so we work towards that. Not being a part of the problem, being a part of the solution. So one of the things, guys, that I've done to help me do that is super practical, is next to my Bible, right? Next to my Bible, the one book that I hold on to and read and look at the most is my planner, all right? Listen, I'm not that kind of a person. I had to learn this skill, but it is an important skill. Every single week, it's putting your goals down, how are you gonna accomplish the goals this week, putting your appointments, putting everything down on paper. Look, I'm a parent. I have a lot of different jobs. Actually, I do a lot of different things. I'm married, so I got a lot of responsibilities. And they're all not gonna just happen by accident. It all has to happen on purpose. So with my calendar, I put the most important things down. I put the good things, right? What I wanna do here, the things that I have to get done, the things that I wanna get done. I spend my time. I wanna make sure that I am investing my time, not wasting it. Having a calendar actually helps me to do that. It helps me to count my days, and it helps me and it reminds me to make the most use of the time that I have. So I got goals, right? And so my goals, I break them down into, let's say, yearly goals, and those goals, I break them down into quarterly goals, something that I want to make sure to accomplish every 3 months. I need to be here, and then here, and then here if I want to accomplish my goal by the end of the year. I take those quarterly goals, break them down into monthly goals, and then I take those monthly goals, break them down into weekly goals. And then when I plan my week, I'm saying, what can I do today, this week, that will help me to accomplish my goal by the end of the month, which will help me accomplish my goals by the end of the quarter, which will help me accomplish my goals by the end of the year. That's the kind of life, just owning your life, all right? That's actually a very wise way to live. In fact, you know what that's called? That's called discipline. If you want to be a disciple of Jesus, disciple equals discipline. Hey, this is part of it. But listen, discipline is key. It's important. Discipline is this, all right? I'm gonna read this. So there it is. This is discipline. Discipline is living like no one else wants to live, so that you can live like no one else is able to live. Listen, this is YouTube, so you can rewind that and listen to it again, right? That's what discipline does. It's powerful. That's what discipline does. And hey, if you want to make sure to count every single day, the best way to make your day count and make your life count is give your life to Jesus. Put your trust in Him. Listen, I have not maxed and maximized every single thing that I've ever done in my life. I have made more mistakes than some people might want to believe, okay? I've made more mistakes, and then it's ridiculous. But what I'm so grateful is that the love of Christ covers a multitude of sins, all of mine, and all the other ones that I might make in the future. That's what the love of Christ does. And so if you want to make today count, if you want to make your life count, listen, give your life to Christ, because He made His life count when He surrendered it and gave it on the cross for you. And now we can have that as well. That is the best thing that we can do with our life, is to give it to Him. And then when you give it to Him, He's gonna lead you on what to do each and every day, so that you can accomplish whatever God wants to accomplish in you. All right, but it's important. All right, so listen, I don't know about you. Like, look, do you want to be your own boss someday? Would you love to be your own boss? Kind of, be your own boss, be on top of your thing, right? Have your own business or whatever. Would you love to be your own boss one day? Then let me challenge you. Be your own boss today. All right? Be your own boss today. Run, I don't care if you're an employee somewhere and you have a boss and you're not, be your own boss. Dictate how you're gonna spend your own time. Making sure, are you wasting your time or are you investing your time? That matters. All the in-between times, the moments that you have in between work or responsibilities, this and that, are you just wasting it? I'm not saying you can't have downtime. It's important, because I'm gonna do another video on downtime and resting. But hey, when you're working, are you just wasting time or are you investing? Do you know that you can impact the privilege of your life by making certain decisions? Not just for you, but for future generations, okay? So listen, are you wasting your time? Hope not. Invest, all right? Be your own boss. Even God said, if you're faithful with the small, then you can be faithful with a lot. So it matters. Be your own boss, all right? Be your own boss. And the best way to do that, listen, the best way to do it is make sure, hey, God's your boss, all right? He'll help you out. all right? But you can do that. Take time, make every day count. That's how you can make sure your life counted for something.